What's up, everyone? This is Dave here. Today we have Garrett Jensen in our house. Okay, let's give him a warm applause, okay? Although we cannot see you, but let's give him a warm applause, okay? Okay, the reason why I invited Garrett Jensen for my interview is because he's an ultra successful digital entrepreneur in our community. So I believe we have a lot of things we can actually learn from him. Okay, so Garrett, can you have a self introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi. Thanks for having me today. We've been working online for 4 years. I've been working with my wife, Jill, kind of as a team. So we took this on instead of one of us doing all the work and all that. We kind of share the duties. We have 3 kids and a dog too, so it gets pretty busy, right? We've had a great deal of success working online. We both quit our old careers. I was in the Navy for 12 years before we found something online that actually worked, and then we ran with it, and we have been doing that for 4 years solid now, and doing really well. We have a lot of people that we've helped, and we've been helped by a lot of people too. So it's been really, really good.
Cool. You have a good teamwork down there. So I wish I have such teamwork.
Definitely. Well, that's what this is about, You can't do any of this alone, that's for sure.
Yeah. So what keep you at night, awake at night to make you want to make a change to your life?
What kept me awake at night?
Yeah.
I mean, like, why we wanted to start working online was because we were going nowhere. I say this all the time, but we that the things you're supposed to do in your life, right? We got, I graduated high school, found a good career, went to college. I was in the Navy for a long time, and after doing all those things, we got married, we had kids, got a mortgage, right? And still, we did all those things in order, and we were going just nowhere. We had no money, no time for ourselves. In the Navy, if you're healthy, you are sailing. So I was always gone. I'd be gone for months at a time. And Jill would be home she'd have to quit her jobs and look after the kids every time I was gone for a long time. So, we would do that forever. Like, that was the plan. You do that for the next 30 years, and then, you end up with pretty much nothing anyways. We had no money at that point. I was doing okay. Like, the Navy pays okay, and she was doing okay as well, serving tables, but we didn't have any money, really. Ultimately, it came down to the fact that we could either do that for 30 years and maybe retire with a minor pension, make $1,000 a month, or maybe do something different. And that's, when you talk about keeping us awake at night, that really, really did that. It was a really huge push for us to actually get to working online and getting at least a secondary line of income. When we started, though, we kind of didn't want a secondary line of income. We wanted to completely replace our incomes. And this was our real, our only plan was to be successful working online.
Definitely. I actually lost my job last year during the pandemic started. So I believe I do not want to go back to the same job cycle again. Maybe 10 years ago, 10 years later, another such kind of event happen again, I might lose the job. So,
exactly. Who knows what's going to come in the next 5-10 years, right?
Correct. That's why we must get prepared for that.
Yeah.
So how do you think this digital business can change your life?
How can it? Well, in every single possible way. It's changed ours completely. We don't work for anybody. The amount of effort and time we put in to our business pretty much directly correlates to how much money we make. And that's ultimate freedom, really. Like, we do what we want when we want, and have no real limits. It feels like, I've heard this so many times, but it's true. We are in a very good position because, like you said, we're not worried about the next pandemic. We stayed at home the whole time, right? It wasn't, we didn't lose any opportunities. We didn't lose our jobs, right? Kind of used to be that the people who worked online were kind of the riskier people and had a little bit of an edge to them. But now I think people are moving online to kind of hedge that bet. It's more secure and more less risky, than a typical job where you get fired for a coronavirus, right?
Yeah, definitely. Being a digital business owner means you become your own boss, you control your own timing, you control how much you want to earn. There's so much flexibility you can have instead of being a rigid day job worker.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we do this, right? That's why we help people.
Correct. So is it all rosy in your first year of your digital business? If not, what do you do to overcome these challenges?
No, nothing. You won't find a business in the world that is all rosy in the first year. My goodness. Online it's faster and it's better, and there's no limits really to how much money you can make and stuff like that. But it's no walk in the park either. This is not for people who just want to make a quick buck. We say that all the time, and for some reason people still don't get it. But this isn't just click a button and all of a sudden now you're working online and look at you go. Right? There's a whole bunch of stuff in the background. We have a massive system in place for creating sales funnels for people so that they can actually get good quality leads that will end up making them good quality purchases, right? This is, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of, I don't know, science, I guess, but a lot of technology that goes into doing that. And we've mastered that over the last 4 years. And that's what we set people up with. So, when we started, it was a little different. Whoops, my bad. We didn't have the training in place that we have now. We didn't have the system in place that we have now either. So even more so for us, it was a lot more difficult and a lot more obstacles we had to overcome than people who are starting now, right? So honestly, starting back then was harder, but starting back now it's better. You know what I mean? You have so much more support and a better system and better training in place. It's a good time.
Yeah, definitely. I have been only started this digital business for only around 3 months plus. So I'm leveraging on the training that the system give me and the mentors that are provided to me to guide me throughout the journey. So I'm very blessed to have this kind of support. Okay. So
there's no way anyone can do this without support.
Correct. No correct. What one word will you use to describe that makes you want to push on in this digital business to where you are now?
Freedom, I think, probably. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, but it's all about freedom. Hey, could you keep it down, please? And also being the boss. But yeah, I mean, we did this for the freedom, and we got the freedom that we wanted. So that's the one word that pushes us to keep on, for sure.
Definitely. Everyone who are in this digital business want to have more time with their family members.
To yell at them.
Who have financial worries. So if you could time travel back to your former self, what is the one thing you would do or not do, and why?
I would have started earlier than I had. I found out about this through the grapevine, and didn't really jump on it right away, and I wish I had. So yeah, I'd say that. And honestly, I talk to people, like big part of my job now is talking to strangers and guiding them and kind of coaching them through starting out and getting their business up and running in a way that works for them. And actually everyone coming in gets to experience that as well. I'm just one of the people who they call. Most weeks, I'd say, I hear someone say, I found out about this 2 years ago and I didn't do anything, and I've just seen people come past me and just surpass all their wildest expectations. And, if they had done it back then 2 years ago, they would have been, where we are. but they didn't, and they're not, right? So that's a pretty common theme throughout that I've come across.
Yeah, definitely. If I really can flashback to the past, I might also say that if I would have started this digital business back then.
Yeah, exactly.
So what thing you want to further build on your current success, and why is it important?
That's a tough one. We've done, our goals have all been accomplished. Our business goals, anyways. I mean, I obviously want people who we are mentoring currently to be in our position, and a lot of them are getting to that point too. So we're getting at it. So I think if anything that we're missing in the business right now, it's just getting more and more people to be financially free, like we are, and get their time back and quit their crummy jobs that they never liked in the first place, and they're working just because they have to. The more people we can do that to, or with, or for, whatever you want to call it, the better. So that's going to be an ongoing goal, though, because the whole planet is in that boat. You know what I mean? Most people are just stuck being employees and don't have any choice. But here's the choice, right? This is what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, definitely. So in order for us to be more successful, we need to help more people to be successful as well.
Yeah.
So this is a very good mentoring business where we can help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hey, where or who do you draw inspiration from expanding your mindset or belief?
I don't know, like you said, we all have mentors. When you come in to this business that we're doing right now, it's really mentor based, and coaching based. So for us, our mentors inspired us greatly. Um, you surround yourself by people that you want to be like, and eventually you'll be like them too. That is so true. We are living proof. We've really surrounded ourselves with really successful people, and we've become successful because of that. So yeah, honestly, that's probably the biggest one. Our mentors are huge inspirations to us. Mindset's never been a real issue for me. So yeah, that's pretty much my answer.
Yeah. It's definitely important for you to reach out to your mentors if you have any queries about this business, whether it be business part, mentality, or any part. It's
And
important to
that's the thing, right? Your mentors have been through it, right? They've been through whatever problem you have or whatever success you're going through, right? They've also seen that, and they can help you deal with. Like for us, it's how to deal with the success sometimes, right? There's the other side of the coin too. But yeah, it really helps dealing with someone or working with someone who's actually gone through the exact same thing you're going through, and can help you with it because they've gone through it, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's why we provide you mentors, is for you to ask.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So name one characteristic every entrepreneur must have in order to be successful.
I think the ability to jump on something quickly, instead of sit on it for years. That goes back to what I was saying before, right? That ties in perfectly. But to make a wise decision, obviously, but to be able to make quick, wise decisions, right? You analyze something, weigh it, and act on it, whether it's in the positive or the negative, right? I think that's a key attribute to anyone who wants to work for themselves or own their own business, especially in the online world, because it goes so fast. These things move really quickly here. So yeah, I think that's being able to just jump on something quickly is essential.
Definitely. When you see opportunity, you must grab it and not let it pass away. And
Yeah.
so you also need to recognize the opportunity as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Being able to see if this is an opportunity is a huge thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Correct. So what's one important takeaway you can share with the audience?
An important takeaway. I don't know, how do you mean? In what regard?
something they can learn from you regarding to this digital
All right.
business?
I'd say that a lot of people think that they need some kind of technical experience or online history, working online before to be successful. And I'm living proof that that's just not true. And so are honestly all the successful people that we're working with, the people who have like massive success. Almost all of them had no experience working online before. They all took advantage of the training and the mentorship and the system. So I think an important takeaway would be, don't think that you have to have that experience, because anyone can do this. We have 65-year-old grandmothers of like 10, that are successful. We have like college students that are also successful. There's really no magic formula. There's no perfect person. It's really the person's desire to learn and change, and their effort and their level of grit, like how bad they really want it and how long they can trudge through if they need to. Right?
Definitely. It doesn't matter whether you have zero experience or very experienced. The most important thing, you have the fire and desire to start this digital business. We are willing to guide you and provide you with the
I go so far as saying that people who have no experience can probably do better than people with massive amounts of experience, because they're the ones who just listen to what they're told and do the things that we tell them to do, and follow the training to a T, right? The people who have experience, some of them just tend to think that they can go on their own and skip these steps and whatever, and they end up screwing themselves over and delaying things a lot. So yeah, just a side.
Definitely. So okay, we have a lot of audience in here. We have Hannah, we have Sharon Rose, we have Hui San, we have Eden Olavi.
Hello, everybody.
We have Sylvia, we have Delphine, we have Beth, we have Lydia Rick.
Huge following, man. Look at you. That's awesome.
We have Maybelline. Whoa, there's a lot of people sending greetings to you.
Awesome. That's great. Hi, everybody.
So, I'm very honored to have Garrett here. And today is the end. And now is the end of the interview.
Oh, it's the last day today?
Do you have final words for that?
Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening.
So I'll see everyone in my next live. Dave, sign off. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Garrett.